So a deep dive into footprint charts. So what we can see here is I've taken a screenshot. This is an ES futures 5-minute candle, I think, right? So the candle is not important. The time frame is not important. The instrument or the stock is not important. So this, again, I'm going to reiterate, it works across Forex, futures, gold, Bitcoin, stocks, just about anything, right? It works. It even works on Forex too. So the thing is, when you're looking at a footprint chart, this looks like a lot of numbers, and it's important to have a basic understanding of what the numbers represent. So understanding what these numbers represent will allow you to then understand something called the delta. We're going to come on to what the delta means, right? We want to try and understand what these numbers mean. This is a footprint chart, right? So as you can see here, it's a bit small, but we can see the body of the candle. We can see this huge wick. And hopefully right now you can appreciate that you can have a green candle, right? By definition, this is a green candle. Candles don't tell you anything. So I'm going to keep referring back to what I said over here. Candles show you the story. Footprint charts tell you the story. So your ability to trade will only come down to your ability to read price, not see price, not predict price, not think you're reacting to it, not using common concepts, right? None of these things work, right? Because the market is a story and nothing else. And the good thing with this story is that it's not a complicated story because there's only two main characters. Well, there's a few main characters, right? There's 4 in total. We're going to be discovering the first 2. So all you need to know with footprint charts is this. So I've seen videos online on YouTube, etc., where they really complicate what order flow is and what footprint charts are. But we discovered in the last video. If you haven't watched that, I highly recommend checking it out. But we understand order flow is simply an auction between buyers and sellers. These are the main characters, right? Order flow is then in the real time, it is showing you who is aggressive between the buyers and sellers. So the left number is the bid. So what you want to understand with the bid is that these are the aggressive sellers. So the way you want to interpret the word aggressive is think about it this way. Think about that they are hitting the market in real time. So let's put some context to this. So let's say if this is a 5-minute candle. If this is a 5-minute candle, this number here is 405. So the way you want to interpret this, very simply, is there are 405 aggressive sellers. So there are 405 active, real time, in the now sellers that are trying to drive price down. So I want you to almost visualize it as a tug of war, right? The story can be seen as a tug of war or an auction between buyers and sellers for this particular price and time. So let's say this is a 1-minute candle, just for argument's sake. S&P 500 futures, this is a 1-minute candle. Now, if you're looking at this, 405, that simply represents the aggressive seller. So it tells you at that price. So let's say this is ES at 6,700. Let's just say this is 6,700 of ES. Time of recording, I think we're pretty close to 6,700. 6,700 on ES, right? At this time, let's say 10 a.m. Eastern. So 10 a.m. Eastern, there were 105 sellers at this price. Now, that is the left number. The left number is the aggressive sell orders. Now, the right number is the ask, and you probably guessed what the ask represents. They are the aggressive buyers or the aggressive buy orders. So all you want to understand with footprint charts, and again, I get this question a lot. All you want to understand with footprint charts is it's the total number of contracts, or it's the total number of sellers and buyers trading at that price for that particular stock at that time. These are the aggressive participants. They are hitting the bid and they're hitting the ask in real time. This is the now time frame. So hopefully you can appreciate by now there's no other tool, indicator, strategy, concept, EMA signal or VWAP bounce, whatever, that gives you the level of indication, especially on those lower time frames, that order flow gives you. So